What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And with PvP launching soon, I get this question all the time. What are the best PvP specs for TBC rogues? So you're probably struggling a little bit finding groups for dungeons or maybe having issues with your raid spot, but this is really our time to shine. So I'm going to dive in and show you guys all of the best PvP specs, what the best variations are and what situations you'd use those in. And that's basically it. So with that being said, let's dive right in. Okay, so first of all, I want to show you guys the most popular PvP spec, and this is the Shadow Step Hemo build, the Subtlety build. Now this is, I don't think there's actually really much of a question. This is pretty much objectively the best spec to go for PvP, and this is because you get the most control out of your spec and the most utility, and that's really what rogues are there for. We do a ton of damage, but we also really control the PvP situations. The arenas, we're here for CC, interrupts, things like that, and it is amazing. So you're going to go into the Subtlety build. You need Master of Deception because you don't want to be found. You want to find other people. That's why there's some BIS items like the Master's Treads, the BOE boots that give you stealth level because we want to be better at finding other people. And also Perception is going to be insane in this season. Then you're going to get 2 in Dirty Tricks, 4 points into Camouflage so that you can move a little bit faster while stealth. You're going to get Ghostly Strike. It is a very useful ability and you will end up using it. Then you're going to move down into Serrated Blades. This lets you unlock Hemo. So Hemo will be your combo point builder. And actually, if we go into the combat spec, which I'll talk about next, Hemo will also be your combo point builder. This is just a very cheap ability energy wise, and this is the most efficient combo point builder basically for rogues. You're also going to want to get everything in this row. Actually, you're getting Heightened Senses, you're getting Dirty Deeds, and Preparation is like one of your most important abilities. It just resets all of your CDs for the most part. So this also includes Shadow Step, which is what we're going to go down into. So make sure you get Preparation. Deadliness is amazing because it gives you extra attack power, and that scales crazy well early on, especially the early seasons, which is why you're probably going to gem for attack power over agility in the first few seasons. Cheat Death, and this is one that doesn't actually do all that much when we have very low resilience, but it's a 100% chance for an ability that would kill you or an attack that would kill you to reduce you down to 10%, and then you take 90% reduced damage for 3 seconds. Early on in seasons when you have low resilience and relatively low HP pools, you're pretty much going to die through this, but later on it will save you, and there's definitely times where it will save you from like a big attack and win the game. Then you're going to get Premeditation, 1 point here. So it's just going to add 2 combo points to your target. Always useful for when you need to CC or when you're building up for a kill phase or a go. Then into Sinister's Calling, 15% agility and more damage from your Hemo. And then into Shadow Step. From there, we move on to, this is more of where we can see some variance, is you're going to get 5 out of 5 in Malice, and then 3 in Ruthlessness, and usually you go with 2 points into Eviscerate. Sometimes people choose 2 points into Murder for just an overall 2% damage, but getting 10% damage on your Eviscerate, which is one of your biggest abilities, is way more effective, and this is way more popular. Then you're going to get Relentless Strikes, which gives you a chance to get extra energy on your combo points or your finishing moves, which is always amazing. Energy is kind of king for rogues. 4 points into Lethality, and then 5 out of 5 into Vile Poisons. Now, the real reason Vile Poisons is really nice in PvP is because it gives a 40% chance to resist dispels on poisons, and poisons are basically your most useful abilities, which means Shiv is like the first thing you need to master as a PvP rogue in TBC. Now, in later seasons, and also just when you're expecting longer fights, a lot of times you can go into Improved Exposed Armor as well. So you'll usually actually take 2 points out of Lethality and put them into Improved Exposed Armor. This becomes really, really popular in season 3 and 4. Early on, it's less often for us to have really long fights, but this is more of a build for longer fights. So this is going to be your most popular PvP spec for rogues in TBC arenas. The next spec we're going to look at is actually the combat PvP spec, which really heavily relies around mace specialization. So it really heavily relies around your mace stuns, as well as you have the abilities like Blade Flurry and Adrenaline Rush for this huge damage in any of your kill phases. So the mace stuns are off, diminishing your turns with the rest of your stuns, which is really, really nice. And then you also get improved kick here, which gives you a 2-second silence. Even if you miss a kick, you get a 2-second silence. Always great. In this spec, your combo point builder is also still going to be hemorrhage, whatever. And you also do get preparation. Now, this spec was a lot more popular back in the day, mainly because prep also reset Adrenaline Rush. But then in patch 2.3.2, I believe, they changed it so that prep, instead of resetting Adrenaline Rush, reset Shadow Step. So prep no longer resets Adrenaline Rush. Just be aware of that. It's not going to be able to do that. And this is your 5-minute CD, so it's going to be a long CD. Other than that, in the subtlety build, it's pretty much the same here. For everything else, you get as much deadliness as you can after you get either Nerves of Steel or Vitality. Now, Vitality is usually the go-to choice, but early on in the seasons, 4% extra stamina doesn't make as much of a difference, in my opinion, as Nerves of Steel, which gives you a 10% chance to resist stuns and fears. So this could be huge if you want to play this spec, although it again doesn't get the reset on Adrenaline Rush, so it massively lost popularity after that happened. And the last spec for PvP rogues is the Mutilate build. Now, this is a build more focused probably on a double DPS composition, because you're doing a lot of damage very quickly. And something that's really unique to this build is actually you're using improved Kidney Shot, which will give you 9% more damage on your target while it's stunned with your Kidney Shot ability. So a lot of your damage is going to be pumped out during this Kidney Shot. You also get Find Weakness, which gives you increased damage on your offensive abilities against the target. Vigor gives you 110 energy, so you have more energy. And then obviously your combo point builder is Mutilate. This attacks with both your main hand and offhand. You need to have daggers for this. It does a ton of damage. The only thing is it costs quite a bit of energy, costs 60 energy. You do have Seal Fate, however, so you can get an extra combo point. So this is already giving you 2 combo points. So you could get extra combo points. So you could build combo points pretty quick because of Seal Fate, especially if it crits. Also, you have Cold Blood in this spec, which gives you basically, whenever you use it, 100% chance to crit on your next ability. And then you're actually going to go into the combat tree instead of the subtlety tree. And this is where it kind of hurts you. You don't have increased stealth. So that hurts you, and increased stealth speed. You don't have Shadow Step, so you're losing out on this like utility, also preparation to reset your CDs. So you have kind of like one of each ability, although you do get improved sprint because you do want to come down into dual wield specialization and get increased 50% damage to your offhand. So this is going to really help because Mutilate is hitting with your main hand and offhand. So you are going to use Mutilate as your combo point builder here. So you're never really Sinister Striking in PvP. So then in the combat tree, you do need to get the Precision talent. This is basically because you do need to get the dual wield specialization. But the hard thing here is your hit cap for PvP is 5%. So getting Precision is generally not something you're really going for because you usually have over 5% from your gear. You do kind of want to aim for like 7% because there are different specs or classes like mages that have talents that make it so that they have 5% reduced chance to get hit with things. So if you don't want there to be very much RNG, you do want to be slightly over that 5% hit cap. And Precision in this spec is definitely going to put you there. But again, you do lose out on all of the utility from the Shadow Step spec. And with that, guys, this was just a quick breakdown of all of the PvP specs and where it really shines. The most popular by far is the Shadow Step build, the Subtlety build. So we will see that by almost every rogue in arenas. You can perform really well as the Mutilate build, and the Combat build, I doubt we'll see too much of it. But other than that, I will be covering quite a few things for PvP in these next coming weeks, so make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see that, or if there's something you want me to cover, just let me know in the comments. And so I hope you guys are all ready for PvP, and I will see you all out in the arena. Catch you guys all on the next one.